something that, and that's why I said one of the biggest problems that number crunchers have is a psychological barrier you got to overcome, which is we're so used at the end of a math problem, checking the answer and say, I know I got it right. Look, I can check it. That's why accounting is so much more comfortable to do than valuation, right? Balance sheets have to balance. It balance, I'm done. The problem in valuation, you get done with the valuation, you look and say, how do I know I'm right? I'll tell you the answer. You don't. And you have to be okay with it. There is no confirmation mechanism that I can offer you. That's why I use the word faith. What's the essence of faith? Why do you go to church every week or temple every week? It's because you have faith that God exists. You say, prove it to me. I can't prove it. The same thing applies in investing. If you ask me, prove to me that valuation works, I don't have proof. I have faith. And I can't pass that faith on to you. So when I teach my valuation class, I tell people, at the end of this class, you have to decide for yourself whether this works for you. I can teach you how to value a company, but I can't give you faith. That's got to come from within. Maybe you will develop faith, maybe you will not. And if you don't develop faith, it's not the end of the world. You can buy ETFs and index funds and you'll be perfectly happy. And here's my definition of faith, and it's going to sound morbid. I ask people who are active investors. Let's say you get to the age of 85, you're on your deathbed. I told you it was a morbid thought. And I come to you with some statistics. I say, look, over the last 60 years, you've been doing valuation and picking stocks, and you made 8.13% a year. This is cruel and unusual for somebody on the deathbed. And then I say, you know what, if you put your money in ETFs and index funds over the last 60 years, you'd have made 8.22%. So you've spent 60 years of your life doing 2 hours of research every night. And you've essentially made less money than you could have by just putting your money. Would you be okay with it? And if your answer is no, I tell people don't do active investing. I'll be okay with it. You know why? Because I enjoy the process so much that even if at the end of the game you told me you're not going to make any money of this, I'm okay. I've had lots of fun doing it. And that's, to me, part of the reason the storytelling works, is if I were just crunching through spreadsheets, I would drive myself crazy. Because when you do spreadsheets, you want affirmation. I did all this hard work. I tortured myself. I need to be rewarded. And the market says, no, you don't need to be rewarded. I'm going to take away 20%. And your neighbor who picks stocks based on astrological signs is making millions. You say, this is so unfair. Yeah. It's the way the world is. So